America and everywhere else in the world. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Corey Has a Podcast. I am your host, Corey Easley, and I saw an article this morning. I read a lot of articles, okay? They get me all the time. I open up my phone, Apple News pops up, and BuzzFeed is one of my favorite ones because they got a bunch of pointless, fun, not really going to affect my day in a negative way kind of articles that are kind of just fun to read, a little escapism for you with the BuzzFeed. But, then occasionally you'll get some real serious shit like Danny Masterson just getting convicted of 2 counts of rape. Jesus, that's insane. I used to watch that 70s show all the time. That is horrible. Yikes, right? So you get to kind of stay up to date on what's going on in the world. And I just saw something that said pretty soon cashiers will no longer be a thing. Like in the next couple of years in our lifetime, we will see that there will no longer be cashiers, which I guess is okay because I recently walked into a Gregory's coffee shop and I just didn't have a good experience. The person behind the register just wasn't very friendly or welcoming. And listen, I'm not one of those people that thinks that everybody should be walking around smiling at people all the time. Like, I don't really believe in that shit. Have whatever day you're having. But if you work in a customer-facing job where, excuse me, your job is to create an experience for the people that are coming into the business, then you should be greeting them with a warm smile and making them feel like you're happy that they're there to support the business. Like I'm always, and the older I get, I guess the more I feel like this. But when I walk into a place and I have a bad experience there, I'm like, if I was in charge here, this shit, this wouldn't fly. That's why that show Undercover Boss is so good, because these motherfuckers will come in disguise and like catch you slipping at work or catch you maybe not providing the best customer service. Like I'm a firm believer in being a professional. And whatever personal shit I may have going on that may be stressing me out at the time, I don't bring that shit with me to work. I check it at the door, and I also just, even in my personal life, don't believe in taking out whatever shit I got going on other people, especially if it has nothing to do with them. So, cashiers are going to be gone. I think there's some positives to it. And I think there's some negatives to it as well. The positives are that it's going to make bad experiences when you're checking out somewhere and paying as a customer. It's going to make bad experiences. Those experiences go away. Your bad experiences may be something else, right? Dealing with whatever technology they use that helps you to process the transaction. But you're not going to be dealing with some asshole behind the register who's going through a breakup. I don't care, who got a ticket on their fucking car because they parked somewhere they shouldn't have parked. I don't care. Who was late to work again this week because the MTA fucked them over. I don't care. It doesn't matter because I am a customer. When you're a customer, you should be treated with a certain level of, we should treat customers the way we behave when we know like corporate is coming in and we act like everything is okay. We act like everything is going according to protocol. Everybody's doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. That's how customers should get treated. You know what I mean? And if you don't like people, then don't work at a job where you have to talk to them. Simple as that, right? There's tons of remote jobs that you could do where you could sit down at a fucking computer and write passive-aggressive emails all day long. You know what I mean? I love that I get to talk to people. I love if I have personal shit stressing me out, that I get to go one-on-one, meet up with a client. Whatever I got going on has nothing to do with them. And it's a break from my life so I could provide a good experience for the person who's also a paying customer of mine, to make sure that they have a good time. And whatever they have going on, it's the same. I can be there to give them a break from their reality. And if they want to vent to me, they totally can. Who the fuck am I going to tell? I'm not friends with their friends, but it's it's kind of therapeutic actually in a way. I'm not a therapist, but sometimes you become one when you're in the line of work I'm in. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, everybody should be like this but I really do feel like if you're in a client facing job, your job is to give people a good experience, just in general, right? Like if I go to a comedy show, I want you to make me laugh, right? Otherwise, what the fuck am I sitting here for? If I go to the circus, do something impressive. Don't do some shit that I could do in the living room, right? Set the sword on fire and put the whole sword in your mouth, and then take the sword out of your mouth and the fire be gone. That is the type of shit I want to see when I go to the circus. They used to put their whole head in the lion's mouth and the lion wouldn't even fucking kill them because the lion was getting paid too. The lion was in on it. They would bring the lion out. They would have a talk with him backstage. They'd be like, listen, I'm going to do the one tonight where I grab you by the mouth, one hand on the top half of the mouth, bottom hand on the mandible. I'm going to stick my head in there. Do not close your mouth. Otherwise, we both don't get paid, and they're probably going to put you down to the lion. I'm pretty sure that if the lion killed the guy on stage in the middle of the act, they would put the lion down, unfortunately. When realistically, we're taking a big risk, right? I think it should be if the lion kills you in the middle of performing the trick, that is, you should have to sign a waiver like, listen, I know that this could happen. Please don't hurt this lion for just acting like a lion. But anyway, that's not what I'm talking about here. If I go to the circus, I want to be entertained. If I go to a comedy show, I want you to make me laugh. If I go see Guns N' Roses play at Madison Square Garden and they don't perform Welcome to the Jungle, then what the fuck did I go there for? And why did I pay $562 for this ticket? That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So customer service is everything. Customer service is everything. Now, do I believe that the customer is always right? No. I don't believe the customer is always right. But I believe that if you, on your end, say, this is the service we provide, then it's up to you to uphold that. It's up to you to provide that service. We just ordered sweet green the other night, and on DoorDash, it said, kale is not available. We got the Harvest Bowl. If you're familiar with sweet green, the Harvest Bowl is a really good bowl they have. It has sweet potatoes in it. It's got chicken. I believe it has almonds. It's got apples, blue cheese. Blue cheese. That's why I'm addicted to blue cheese. It's got blue cheese in it. And kale. I'm not really a huge fan of kale. I'm not a kale guy. Like, if I was getting greens, I would typically go more like spinach or arugula type deal. But it's a kale meal, and the kale gets kind of overshadowed by everything else. You'll never catch me just eating kale by itself. I'd rather go outside and chew on a bush somewhere, get some shrubbery in my fucking mouth. But on the website, it said, we don't have kale, straight up. And I was like, all right, well, let me go see what the other option is. They don't allow you to pick another option. So in our minds, we were like, all right, they're probably going to just sub it out for another type of green. The food shows up. There's all the other ingredients. There's no greens in it. It's sweet green. There's no greens. And what happens when you order something on DoorDash, Seamless, Grubhub, fucking Uber Eats, any of these things, you end up spending $50 for 2 orders of food. God forbid you ordered a drink. God forbid you get sides. This starts getting close to being $100 endeavor. And these motherfuckers have the balls to bring you your food, and it's not even the full order. Right? And the guy's smiling. He's like, thank you. And it's not even the delivery guy's fault. I've seen people get mad at the person who it's not their fault. But what am I going to do? What am I going to do at 7:30, 8 o'clock on a Sunday night? Go all the way down to Sweet Green myself, ask for the person in charge around here and be like, hey, we put this order in. Where's my fucking kale? Oh, well, it says, okay, what else you got? Right? It's like in Big Daddy when he goes trick-or-treating, when Adam Sandler takes the kid trick-or-treating, and then they go trick-or-treat, and he's banging on the guy's door, and the guy's on the phone. He's like, yo, I'm on the phone. He's like, open up, doing the Adam Sandler yell thing, and then the guy comes to the door. He's like, what do you want? And Adam Sandler gets all angry, and the guy gets all shook because this psycho is outside of his door. And he's like, he doesn't have any candy, so he starts giving him shit that he just had in his house. Starts giving him CDs and shit. And it's like, yeah, that's what I would have done. I would have went down to Sweet Green and just started taking stuff. You know why? Because I paid $50. I feel like I own this place now. But, you know, it was just poor customer service. So I wrote a review, and I never write reviews. But first of all, I ordered double chicken. She ordered chicken, regular chicken. Didn't get 2 chickens. I ordered 2 chickens in my 1 chicken meal. We had about the same amount of chicken. So they're stingy on the chicken. Stingy titties is what I usually say. They're stingy titties with the chicken. So I'm already a little bit upset, but there's no green in the bowl. It's just this brown ass harvest bowl. It looked like a bowl of mulch that I paid for. So, yeah, that's another example of poor customer service. But that's what happens when you don't have a person to deal with. That's what happens when you start pressing buttons and you're dealing with a machine. So this is what we got to look forward to. I can't talk to a human being and be like, okay, guys, so you don't have kale. What do you recommend? Or that's kind of annoying too, right? What do you recommend? I've worked in a restaurant before, so that could be a pain in the ass too. But you still got to handle it with grace. Or do you have spinach? Do you have arugula? Or am I just going to fucking am I going to get one of those mystery box type meals where we don't know what the hell is in there? Right? It could be shrimp. I'm deathly allergic. Sorry, now I just gave away my weakness, and one of you motherfuckers wants to come and try to throw a shrimp in my mouth. I'm done for. But yeah, all I'm saying is my main worry with humans being replaced by computers and machines to do a cashier job is, number one, it's another thing that takes away human one-on-one interaction where I can look a person in the eye, smile at them, and say, thank you. Have a nice day. And 2, it just leaves more room for error. And some people go, well, how? It's a computer. It's accurate. It's like, yeah, sure. But what about when they run out of kale? How accurate is it then? Or do I just have to deal with whatever the computer decides? I don't like that. So what happens is this is what we do. We go down to the grocery store, the supermarket, the Whole Foods, the Trader Joe's, the West Side Markets, the Gristedes, the fucking, what's another one? D'Agostino, wherever you live in New York. I don't know what you got in other places. You got God damn it. There's one that's on the tip of my tongue. There's like a supermarket chain that's on the tip of my tongue. Publix. They got Publix when you go down south and shit like that. You know, and people buy food at Walmart and shit too. And Target has food. You know, you go down there, you buy your own shit, you make it yourself. Or you get a food service. We use a meal prep service. It's called Redefine Meals. And every week they send us 20 meals. We space them out throughout the day and throughout the week. And they go really well in our eating regimen. It tells you everything that's in the meals, tells you the calorie count, tells you the carbs, all the nutrition facts, the protein, everything. And you know everything you're eating. It's all clean. It doesn't give you diarrhea the second you eat it. And it's great. And the guy shows up every week, daps me up like we went to fucking 4th grade together. And I'll see you next week, bro. He called me big bro last time. Cool ass dude. And that is good customer service. He might not even give it, like, he probably doesn't even remember that. But I remember that. I remember when I came downstairs to take the food in the box and it was all well packaged, all nice. And he dapped me up like we were homies from back in the day. And I walked the back, I got in the elevator, and I was like, damn, that dude is mad fucking cool. Total opposite experience from when I went to Gregory's, ordered a fucking cup of coffee, and the person behind the register just looked like I was making their life a living hell just because I wanted a refreshing, caffeinated beverage. You know, so customer service is everything, right? I strongly believe that if you have the power to make someone smile, make someone's day, you know what I mean? Like change the course of their day just by being kind and friendly to them. I think it's our duty to do that to each other. There's way too many stressful things going on in the world. People are worried about so many things. There's so much violence and hatred. We can't just be nice to somebody who's fucking coming in and to your business and buying a store. There's a little coffee shop around the neighborhood. There's this little Korean girl. She's super sweet every time we go in there to get coffee. And every time I know I'm going to go get coffee, I'm like, I know the experience I'm going to have. This lady's super nice. And I know I keep talking about coffee, but like, I'm a coffee guy. You know, I drink a lot of coffee. There's a few places I like to go. I just believe in like that level of, listen, we see each other all the time. We all live here. We're all trying to make it through the day. Let's be kind to one another. Let's respect each other's space. You know, no point being a dick. There's no point in it. It's not going to get you anywhere. And then what happens is people start developing this attitude like, well, everybody's mean to me, so why the fuck would I be nice to anybody? People develop that attitude so easily, and I think it's a shame. You know, my mom taught me this, though. No matter how fucked up people can be, you still need to just be kind anyway. Still continue to be kind no matter what. And I'm not trying to get all preachy and shit, but like, I took that with me, and I took that personally. And I carry that with me every day. So one day when I become a father, I'm going to be like, yo, I don't care if people are dickheads to you. Don't get taken advantage of, but don't be an asshole. Nobody likes assholes. Listen, and on that note, take care of yourselves. Take care of the people you love. Smile at somebody. Make somebody's day if you can. All right? And have an awesome week. And do something good for another person. Later.